Hey guys, it's Paradise, and have you heard there's a brand new game on the horizon that basically mixes together Grand Theft Auto and Genshin into one massive game? Now, Genshin and GTA may not sound like it would work, but after watching some of the gameplay for this, it is doing some surprising and exciting stuff. So in this video, we're going to go through all of the information that we have on the gameplay, including the release date and 13 minutes of direct gameplay so you can see it in action. Let us know what you're thinking of this, as we do think it looks pretty cool, but there are a few other games doing similar things, with another popular example being Project Mugen. So we're interested to know how this stacks up for you. Drop a like and comment to let us know if you're enjoying the video, and let's get into it by going over what is Neverness To Everness. Well, it's an open world action game being developed by Hotter Studios and being published by Perfect World Games. Hotter is the same studio that created Tower of Fantasy, by the way, and this time they're aiming to create an open world game that pushes the boundaries of gameplay mechanics and narratives, especially when compared to their previous works. They basically want to step it up a whole level. Currently, the game has been announced to be in development for PC, mobile, and PlayStation 5, with no news of it being available on Switch or Xbox platforms. However, usually these types of games are ported over to more platforms, especially over time. The actual world and story of this game is intriguing though, as this is basically like an anime GTA. The story is going to be a mix of ordinary and extraordinary, which should make for a nice blend that keeps us on our toes. In the gameplay, this means we'll take on massive and strange monsters, while also being able to drive around in a Porsche. The devs in an interview have actually said the following about this mix. You'll step into the shoes of an appraiser, embarking on an extraordinary supernatural adventure in the bustling metropolis of Hetero. They go on to say you've probably played many city-based games, but Neverness To Everness offers a Hetero that is both familiar and bizarre, yet convincingly real. In this open world, every moment is an adventure as you explore and live in this unique city. In the city, you'll encounter TV-headed otters, skateboarders creating graffiti on the street at midnight, and countless supernatural phenomenon called anomalies. The origins of these anomalies are varied and remain unexplained, and encountering one in Hetero is as common as breathing, and hopefully your first encounter won't scare you. Well, it's safe to say the theme they're going for is definitely unique, and we do like the sound of it, and some of the things they've showed in the gameplay showcases really makes it look like this blend works, as it's awesome to see crazy Ghost Rider monsters trashing a city, while we as the players have to actually chase them down, or on the other hand go through a more modern looking building that's breaking down in an outer worldly way. As mentioned, we'll take on the role of an appraiser, and our goal is to nullify and contain the anomalies that appear around the city. They've said that the anomalies will be one of the game's tools for exploration, as they'll both stand out and offer rich explorative content. We have seen in the actual gameplay that your screen starts to disrupt as you get close to them, and strange things start to happen, and these will be key to the story. This isn't the only type of content we will have for the story though, as various elements will also be told through episodic narratives, which the developers are aiming to not make the whole game super serious, as they want to include a light comedic touch in there as well. We do know while you explore the open world, the anomalies won't be the only thing that you want to look out for. You'll also be able to meet various companions in the open world that will grant you new abilities called espers, which are powers that are awakened in humans. These powers seem to aid you in various ways, including traversal, which will be great as the city is quite big, and you're going to get access to things like anti-gravity, allowing you to climb high-rise buildings, or powers that let you actually destroy the environment. So it's going to be very interesting to see how many of these espers there are, and how this system really expands what we as the players can do. Looking at the combat though, it looks like it will share and follow characteristics of the Genshin Impact system, where you have an attack and dodge button, but you're also able to swap out to various different characters that each have their own unique playstyle and super abilities. There isn't that much on exactly how this works, but we will go over this in more detail when the devs are ready to reveal more, so make sure you're subscribed down below. Now, this Genshin style system is definitely a popular structure in recent games, so we're certain that there will be a fan base of this, especially as we lead up to launch. But I will be honest, we personally aren't super sold on the game at the moment, as even though we like the setting and it is doing something different, it still looks very similar to Genshin or even just Tower of Fantasy, but after doing more research and watching the gameplay, there is some surprising and interesting things that actually shocked us. The first thing that stood out is that the game is doing more with its world and it will allow us to actually own and run a business. There aren't many details on exactly how the system will work, but the PlayStation blog does have a short sentence saying, a complete business management system that lets you purchase vehicles and property to enhance your city life. We have seen a bit of this in action in the gameplay, as the player is able to visit the Leon real estate, in which they're able to purchase a home that was fully customizable and even came with its very own butler to assist you with things. On top of this, another thing that was really cool, and we did speak a little bit about already, is the fact that you're able to drive vehicles and own them in the game. The dev team have also factored the vehicles into gameplay, and there will be boss fights where you actually utilize them. We don't currently know how many different vehicle types there are though, but we do know that the PV trailer showed a character riding a motorbike, so it's safe to assume there will at least be cars and bikes. But another awesome thing about these vehicles is that they can be modified. This essentially means you can put new parts onto your car so you can have the ultimate whip, and the system is actually pretty in-depth and similar to the car mods from GTA, so we were actually pretty impressed by this. For those of you wondering if this is purely a single-player game though, on Twitter the devs have confirmed that the game will have multiplayer, as here's what they said when asked about vehicles. The question was, with vehicle customization, there must be racing, right? Will there be online multiplayer gameplay? And the answer was, rest assured, the urban open world gameplay of Neverness To Everness will not be limited to what was shown in the trailer. We can reveal a little bit though, both the vehicle and housing systems will have online multiplayer modes in future versions, as well as related user-generated content is already in the planning stages, so stay tuned. So it's going to be very cool to see what the multiplayer and user-generated content will be, and if it adds that extra variety to the gameplay, rather than the game only being about hitting things. One of the main draws about this type of game though is of course the characters, and so far 3 of them have been revealed with names. There's Mint, a rising star in the Bureau of Anomalies Control Contamination Unit 2, Nanalie, the star attraction of the antique shop Eben, and Sakiri, who looks very similar to Klee from Genshin. Regarding how the monetization of the game will be though, there hasn't been any confirmations just yet, but we suspect that this will likely be a gacha game, as it is going to be free to play and it clearly looks very character based. Currently the game doesn't have a release date yet, but people are speculating that it will arrive sometime next year, as the gameplay seems pretty far along and they have booked out booths at Tokyo Game Show. The devs also mentioned in their Q&A that there will be more to show in September. So all in all, this game has us intrigued, as it looks like an awesome blend of GTA and Genshin Impact. However, there are some concerns about if the devs are actually able to pull this one off, as Tower of Fantasy was a bit of a mess for some people when it launched globally, but after doing some research, it seems that the way the global version and Chinese version of the game were handled very differently, with the global version being published by a Tencent subsidiary that wasn't very responsive to player feedback. Meanwhile, the Chinese version was very quickly adapted and updated based on their player feedback. This game is going to be handled completely by the Chinese developer and publisher this time, so hopefully it will actually come out in a better shape. So while the game does look very cool, definitely put your cautious hat on so you don't get burnt for this one, as it could either be pretty cool or really bad. So hopefully now you know a lot more about the game, but we're going to leave you with the official trailer and over 13 minutes of gameplay so you can get a handle and opinion on things for yourself.
The pay for this contract just doubled again. Whoa! The target should be nearby! Let's wrap this up! Gotcha! Okay, Tuggy, step aside. Kiromaru, it's feeding time. Oh, we gotta meet the rush fee quota for this thing the BAC wanted. As long as nothing goes wrong. Something went wrong. What the heck is that thing?
It's all yours. Got it.
Don't forget the rush feed!
The debriefing starts in 5 minutes. You three better have a good explanation.
Don't forget the rush fee.
Thanks!
Meddle all you want. Count me out.
How about we work off some calories?
I don't care tomorrow! Take that! The city's mine!
Everything with form is unreal.
Watch out, don't blink!
Let's finish this.
You can go now.
一期一会，普多利小屋聚会最优选。欢迎来到普多利，章鱼烧刚出锅，快来趁热吃啊！普多利小屋聚会最优选。
欢迎光临24，尽享轻松乐购。
委托所说的异象，看来就在这附近。紊乱的气息越来越强烈了。空间，这个地方还是小心为妙。那扇红门可能就是关键。校园观光该结束了。 幸来到一灯公寓。
尊贵的主人，欢迎回家。我是一灯公寓为您配备的私人管家，海特洛市家政协会持证啊。接下来，我将简单为您介绍新居的布局与配置，请随我来。一灯公寓坐向桥间地黄金地段，购物、餐饮和娱乐场所步行可达。这边是会客区，而您的新居户型您招待更是坐拥桥间地最美海景，如此一间。 米斯尤加利在这里提醒您，游泳欣赏日落虽美，也请注意